Hey everyone, it's Angela and I am going to talk about the gear that I have. A lot of times people ask me what kind of lenses I use or about my camera and things like that. So specifically I'm going to talk about my lenses. One of my friends asked me to do this video and I thought it was a really good idea because I always get questions about my gear and things like that. And so I'm going to just go over them, just like a overview of them and how I use them and stuff like that. So first off, I should say that I have a 5D Mark II, Canon 5D Mark II, and this is a full frame camera. So this is the lens that came with the camera. It's a 24 to 105 millimeter lens. It's an L lens, and that's the professional line of lenses that Canon carries. And actually it's a really good deal when you get the lens and the camera together. This is one of my favoriteest lenses that I got. I use this lens all the time. Did I say it's 24 to 105? I think so. It's f4. It's just a really good general use lens. I usually carry this with me. When I go out, I usually carry 2 lenses with me at all times, and this is usually one of them at least. So this is the 24, and it goes all the way up to 105, and it looks like this. And the filter size is 77 millimeters. What's nice about this lens is that it has the image stability. It's called IS, image stability, and what that does is that if you're holding your lens, it kind of stabilizes the image for you. So I usually keep that on all the time. And I use autofocus and manual focus when I use this lens. I use both. Usually I go to autofocus first to kind of get a general idea, and then I use the manual so that I can fix the focus and things like that. The autofocus is really fast. So this is the first camera the first lens that I say I probably use the most, and this is the second one. This is my wide angle lens, 17 to 40 millimeters. And it's the same filter size as the previous lens. It's 77 millimeters. And just so you guys can compare, they're about the same size. The wide angle lens, 17 to 40 millimeter, is a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit lighter too. This one's kind of heavy. This does not have the image stability on it, but usually when I do use the wide angle lens, I am taking landscape HDR images, so I use this on my tripod. I'm not sure how big of a difference it makes. I don't really have anything to compare the image stability and that. If you have any insight on that, please comment below. I would love to know that if there's a huge difference between the image stability or not. But the hood lens for these lenses are really different, even though they have the same filter size. This is for the 24 to 105, and it looks like this. Just a normal hood lens. But for the wide angle, it gets really wide. Can you see the difference? It's a really big difference. I feel like this thing is so big, and it's kind of like a velvety material on the inside. Both of them have that. Yeah, so that's my 17 to 40 millimeter. And then those 2 lenses are the ones that I use the most. I would say probably about 80–90% of the time. When I'm not using those, I take a lot of macro images, and when I take my macro images, I use my 100 millimeter lens. So this is pretty big compared to my wide angle, and compared to the 24 to 105. It's still even a little bit bigger. It's like a little bit skinnier. I would say they weigh pretty much the same. It's a 58 millimeter filter size, and I actually got this thing from a local camera store. It's like a band that fits around your lens, and it's a sticker that fits on the hood, so when you take pictures it's just like dangling right there. I got this because there was a point of time where I would always lose my camera lens, and all of my lenses are L lenses. I didn't necessarily mean it to be like that, but it just happened that all the lenses that I like were L lenses. So that's my third most used lens. And then my fourth most used lens, and my last lens, I only have 4 lenses, is my 50mm. This guy is so cute. He's the 1.8. The 1.8 and the 1.4 have a significant price difference, and I actually don't really use this lens that much. I probably have used it. This is actually my second one. The first one that I bought, it dropped on the floor and I broke it. Not to say that it's cheap or anything, it just took a pretty hard fall, and so it completely broke it. So this is my second one, and this is a great portrait lens or a street lens. Like if you do street photography and you see someone in the street, this is a great lens. Fortunately, I don't use it that much. I'd like to use it a lot more. I just don't really take that many pictures of people. But it's fun to have because it is so light and so small. Like if you're going out with your friends and you want to bring your SLR, to just slap this lens on it. 50mm, it is 50mm, and the filter size is 52mm. It has automatic and manual focus, and it's a prime lens, so there's only one focal length. So those are all my lenses. And I hope you guys like this video. This was requested by one of my friends, Jim, and if you wanted to see any other kinds of videos or had any questions or comments about these lenses, I know I just kind of briefly went through all of them. If you have any other questions, let me know. I would highly recommend all these lenses. This is a great like starter kit, I would say. If you're just getting into landscape photography or nature photography, this would be pretty much what you would need. I don't even know so much about the 50mm, but definitely a good general lens, wide angle lens, and macro lens would be a really good start to your lens collection. So thanks for watching. Comment and let me know what you think. If you have any other ideas for any other videos, let me know, and I'll see you guys later.